So I'm covering up this corset with beaded fabric, and this is going to be my very first time doing something like this. This may not be the correct way, but so far this is my way, and this is what's working for me. Basically what I did was I took the fabric that I had and I folded it in half like this. I found the center point. I knew that I had enough fabric to cover the entire corset, so I just split it in half. And then I found the center point of the breast cups, and I laid the center point onto the breast cups like this. But instead of like putting it like right here, I moved the fabric up some like this, so I would have some room to be able to mold the fabric as such. But I made sure that I just had enough fabric above the cups, and that's what you'll see here, is that when I laid that centerpiece down, I put enough fabric at the top so that I had room to kind of like pull the beading so that I can sew it here. I think I'm just going to trim it as close to the edge as possible and then hand stitch from there. But so far I've stitched the inside of the cups here with clear thread all the way around the cups, and then I smooth the fabric down like this. I didn't want to make it too tight to where the threads will pop when I'm putting a corset on, but then I sewed across the bottom here with hand stitches, and then I took my tiny little scissors. They are called snip. They're just like a pair of I like for snipping the threads, and I just slowly trimmed around the bottom of it. Now I'm going to go over to this side where, as you can see, it was like it's a dart right here. So I'm going to cut this dart out this way, and then I'm just going to make sure that the fabric is laying flat. I guess essentially this is a form of draping. I guess I'm not proficient in draping, but I guess this is kind of like essentially what draping would be. And then after I lay this piece flat, I'm going to come back over here with my fabric, and because it's beaded, you can't see where it begins and ends. And then I'm just going to pin this up here at the top. Again, I want it above the boning because that's what my client is requesting. She doesn't want any raw boning showing here, like where the trim is. So I'm covering the entire corset. Then I'm just going to pin it here, and then I'm going to pin all the way down. And then I'm just going to start sewing. And I'm using a curved needle. And I am using the clear invisible thread. This one. And I got that from Joanne.